Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. All right, Michael Cohen. Michael Cohen is going to be testifying this Tuesday at the Trump civil trial in New York. His testimony was delayed because of a medical procedure. That's all been addressed, and now we get his testimony on Tuesday. So, how is that going to go? What's going to happen with Michael Cohen's testimony on Tuesday? How is that looking? Okay. He's going to testify about the unusual happenings that are going on. And in this Page of Cups is also kind of an interesting card for Michael Cohen because he's on a path of redemption. So, he was one of Donald Trump's biggest supporters, would take a bullet for him, that type of thing. So loyal to a fault. And now he's testifying against the very same person that he was loyal to a fault to. But it's kind of like he figured out he was in a cult. And now he's trying to help other people get out of the cult by his testimony. But not to mention, he will be able to explain all the weirdness and the insanity that is the Trump organization, I would say to the jury, but in this case to the judge and to the rest of us. Yeah, he's going to show what they did with the money and their strategies with money, how to inflate the money to get business loans at lower interest rates, and how to deflate the money when it came to paying taxes. And again, he's already testified this under oath to Congress, but again, we're going to be bringing this to the civil case. What do we have? We've got agreements underneath. Again, he was subpoenaed to show up. He said he may not have showed up without the subpoena because of all the threats that you get from the MAGA fanatics. But, again, he's on his redemption tour, and he's been on a redemption tour for years, and this is just going to be another way to sort of make amends for the awfulness that he did for decades working under Donald Trump. It's funny. My cat goes off to him. He's got like the cat hat on. It goes with my cat shirt that I'm wearing. We both have our blue cats on here as he does his redemption tour. Anyways, in the past, we've got the Eight of Coins. So, he worked at Trump Org. He understood what Trump Org was. He knew they were a money laundering entertainment purposes only, a money laundering operation, a fraud operation, that they weren't as big and wealthy as Donald Trump would purport to be, or even Donald Trump himself. But, he made his money. He did his time, made his money, and it is what it is. Current situation, temperance. He has, again, for the last several years, especially since he quote-unquote flipped on Donald Trump, did his prison time and such, he has been trying to help give an antidote to others that would sacrifice their livelihood and their careers for Donald Trump. He's been a vocal person to Weisselberg and others to say, don't lie for this guy. Protect yourself. He will throw you under the bus just like he did me. And, in a way, I don't say he's an angel, but he is doing God's work, if you will, in trying to protect others to prevent them from making the same mistake that he did. He's imparting so much wisdom. Now, if they don't want to drink from the cup, they don't have to drink from the cup. That's free will, But he's at least telling them that the cup is poisoned. Whether or not they want to listen to him, that's on them. Overarching energy, Five of Swords. Michael Cohen is not going to hold back even a little bit. He is going to tell that judge, and as an extension, all of us, exactly what happens with Trump Org and who runs it and who's a lackey and who's not. His testimony is going to be very compelling. Again, because of his insidership. Eight of Wands. it could be that he's not asked too many questions. His testimony could be quick, but it could also be that there might be some things he tells us that's going to get a lot, and I believe that's going to get a lot of airplay on social media and on the news networks. I think there's going to be stuff that comes out of here with his testimony that's going to be very compelling, and we'll get video clips of it or audio clips or what. Are there? No, there's no courts. There's no cameras in this courtroom. There's going to be. This might be one of those ones. If Trump is there, he's going to be out there just absolutely losing his mind with his impromptu lunchtime news conferences. I think that's what's going to be there. This is going to generate a lot of media. The media is going to cover this a lot. Between that and the House Speaker, the media is going to have their plates full this week, at least on Tuesday. The outcome, he's going to expose the corruption in the Trump family, how it started with Fred Trump and goes down through Donald Trump and through his kids. He's going to show that the whole organization was corrupt. And again, it's just a money laundering operation. My red nose just lit up. Okay, so that's how that's going to go. Since we had that 8 of Wands, I now am curious if Donald Trump is going to be there. And even if he's not there, the minute he's watched Michael Cohen's testimony, he's going to have some type of news conference or some type of counter programming, as it were, to get his message out, to try and drown out and shout down Michael Cohen's testimony. I can speak real good today. All right, Donald Trump. How are you going to react? Oh, God, it's going to be such a meltdown. It's going to be such a meltdown. How is Donald Trump going to react to Michael Cohen? Remember, as said multiple times, Donald Trump's self-worth is equated to his net worth, which is why he blows up his net worth to blow up his self-worth. And Michael Cohen's about to pop that bubble for a lot of people. Maybe not a lot of people, because the people that don't want to believe it are going to continue not believing it. But again, this is for the independents out there. Donald Trump's opinion of Michael Cohen and this whole thing. Oh, he's a fool. He's an idiot. He's a coffee boy. He never worked for me. He's going to think, he's going to think Michael Cohen is just this 2-bit rookie. And the injustice of it all. Hanged Man, interesting. King of Pentacles. Okay, he's going to double down on his delusion. He's going to basically say, Michael Cohen doesn't know anything. I'm a victim here. I'm just trying to run my businesses like the great businessman that I am. But he's delusional. He's just going to make stuff up. He's going to absolutely make stuff up. Hanged Man. Donald Trump will not look at things in a new way. He will not. So this is the willing sacrifice. He's going to basically say that, he's a victim of this fake lawsuit by Letitia James. They're trying to take him of all his money. Michael Cohen's just one of a number of people that he barely knows, doesn't know anything about his business. Is a liar and a known felon. Why would you believe him anyways? You should just ignore this man behind the curtain. So he's going to do exactly what you expect him to do. He's going to try and diminish Michael Cohen's testimony. He's going to say how he's a successful businessman and Letitia James is just going after him because she's made a campaign promise that she was going to do that, and it's all a witch hunt, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Broken record. Same old thing, because he's got nothing new to say. Okay, so just leave it as a quick hitter on that one. Well, we want to do one more, right? How much will Cohen's testimony move the judge? I mean, and the reason why this one's not that big of a deal is that the judge has already ruled on the substance of it. Letitia James already has the guilty pleas. This is just wrapping up some of the other charges, but more importantly, the damages. So I guess it is important in that regard. How will Michael Cohen's testimony impact the damages that the judge imposes on this trial? Yeah, of course, everything that this judge does is going to be challenged and appealed. Two things to throw on. Does Trump lose his mind and attack the witness? Gag order. Gag order. Let's do that one instead. I want to do gag order. How is this going to impact the gag order? Is Trump going to be able to keep his mouth shut, or is he going to attack the witness? Because he can't do that. He's not supposed to attack the witnesses. And Cohen, that could be what that Eight of Wands is. He gets on TV and attacks the witness. Oh, he better shut up. He's trying to keep it together. Oh, lordy, how is this going to go with... This is the gag order. This is the gag order. This is going to be a 4-card. I'm going to have to do a bigger one. In the walking away, the emotional going away. Oh, if he doesn't do it, if he can't keep his mouth shut, the judge might put him in Rikers. The judge said there would be more severe things up to, including jail time, incarceration. I guess it really depends on what he says, but he is right there. He is going to go right up to the line. Oh, it's going to be another fine, I think. If Trump loses it, he might go right up to the line. It might be a bigger fine. And again, another threat of incarceration, but he is going to go right up to the line of incarceration. Yeah, because he's delusional. He's just an idiot. He can't keep his mouth shut. And he's, again, watching Michael Cohen talk about his net worth is like watching Michael Cohen destroy his self-worth. And he wants to retaliate because that's all he knows how to do is to try and bully back. Oh, he hates this. He hates that gag order. He is absolutely tied by it. He wants to rage something fierce. If this gag order wasn't in place or reinforced, he would be absolutely beside himself. Yeah, the justice is right over it. The judge is watching. He's waiting on this testimony on Tuesday. He is waiting for Trump to break that gag order. They've got that thing. The judge might even remind his lawyers on Monday or Tuesday morning that when Michael Cohen's up there, that Donald Trump is under a gag order and to get your client under control. Oh man. Oh. But who can control that fool? Nobody can control that fool. Yeah, there's going to be... I think there's going to be backroom discussions on that. Wow. Okay, now I want to throw another one. So that's kind of the background on it. Doesn't answer the question if he's going to do it, but he is right. God, he's right there. Come on, back up. Hello, how are you guys doing? Well, this one took a turn I wasn't expecting. I was going to wrap this thing up in 10 minutes. Nope, we got 2 more questions now. All right. Now that we kind of know that there's going to be reminders. Oh, there's going to be reminders about Donald Trump keeping it together. Will Donald Trump be able to keep it together? Will Donald Trump keep his mouth shut, or is he going to violate that gag order? Will Donald Trump violate his gag order on Michael Cohen? Oh, Jesus. Oh, man. He's a fool. That fool card's there. This card wants to stay on top. Okay, let's see what we got. Will he be able to keep his mouth shut? Will he follow the gag order or fail? Oh, the government's going to be right there. The government's there. The government's there. What's we going to do? The Empress. Oh, there's your jail card. Welcome to jail. This might be the best thing for you is to do that. You can't behave. Oh my God. He's going to have a meltdown. He's going to lose his mind. The government's going to warn him, do not lose your mind. I think he's going to lose his mind over this one. They are going to threaten him with jail. Saying, if you cannot behave yourself, we will force you to behave yourself. And it's going to be celebrated. I think what this is telling me is that, I don't know the answer to that, but I think the government, the judge in this case, and this could be, Judge Chutkin too, it's going to be, they are going to tell him, you get it together. You are going to go to jail if you can't, for a pretrial detention, if you can't get it together, because if we have to be your mommy, we will be your mommy. And people will celebrate the fact that he's finally being held to account. Okay, so that doesn't mean that he's going to lose his mind over Michael Cohen and make a scene of it. But if he does, there's a real strong chance he's going to go to jail, especially depending what he has to say, what the type of attack is, the verbal attacks, and if there's not only if there's verbal attacks on him, but if it manifests itself in attempted attacks. Think about that. He berates Michael Cohen, and then some lone wolf somewhere tries going after Michael Cohen's family or is arrested, stalking Michael Cohen, and he's got a firearm near Michael Cohen's house. They'll make that connection, and then the consequences to Donald Trump will be severe. Oh, I was going to ask. I never did ask on the money part. All right. So I got distracted. Michael Cohen, money, trial. Will Michael Cohen make a big impact on the financial punishments, fines in this trial after his testimony? He's going to be he's a big witness here. I also wonder if he's going to contradict Ivanka. Wow. There's so much drama. This is good drama because it's bad people being held to account. Okay. By what appears to be, honest judges in an honest legal system. Okay. Will Michael Cohen's testimony impact the financial burden? There's a burden of proof here. The financial burden and action burden. What's the burden? I was going to do a full carder on this one. Wow, some of these cards are looking familiar. I'm not seeing any money cards here. What am I seeing? I think, again, it's planning next steps. Are we talking about what it's like for Michael Cohen to testify? Yeah, this isn't giving me this isn't telling me about the financial thing. This is giving me Michael Cohen's sentiment that, this testimony is going to be hard. He doesn't want to do this because he knows that, the Trumpers are out to get him. And so this is a really hard thing for him to do, but he's got to do it to set himself free. It's kind of his life path and his journey. He tied himself to Donald Trump, and, he allowed himself to be held hostage by Trump, but at the same time, he's cutting himself free of that, and he's doing it really for the benefit of not only him and his family, but for society. He really wants society to know what was going on. There might be, this could be a Russia card too, showing the connection with Russia and such. But yeah, it's not telling me what the financial impact is going to be. It's telling me a little bit about how he's feeling with this thing. But it's one of those things, the truth will set you free, and he wants to be set free. Let's see if I'm going to do another one. See if I can. Thank you, Spirit, for that. Not being grateful over here. Will Michael Cohen's testimony impact the financial sector? I may not get an answer to this. Because you know what? And the reason why I may not get an answer to this is, from Spirit's point of view, who cares? Aren't you more interested in the struggles that he's going through right now? Yeah. Yeah. But if you can indulge us, that would be nice. It's so hard to be human. Spirit must just absolutely, our guardians must throw up their hands like, why are you concerned about that petty little detail when it's this big spiritual journey? Yeah, spiritual journey. But does Donald Trump have to pay more money because of it? You know, they just don't get it. They're not in this condition. They don't get it. Yeah, I'd say it's going to make a difference. Thank you. Yeah, it's gonna increase the fine by a large amount. There's that burden again. So he overcomes his burden. He tells people what he knows, and the case grinds on. He didn't want to be there. Again, he didn't want to be there. He was served a subpoena, and that forced him to be there. But yes, he brings a lot of value to the case, and then that value is translated into extra fines against Donald Trump. So, yes, thank you, Spirit. Thank you for indulging the petty nature that is the human condition. Do appreciate it. So, I'd recap all of it, but now I forgot everything I've read on. Cohen's testimony is going to be impactful. Trump's going to lose his mind. Trump could very well blow the gag order and spend some time in prison. You better believe the judge is going to talk to his lawyers Monday and Tuesday to tell them to keep their client in line because there's impact on that. You better believe Judge Chutkin is watching Trump's reaction and will impose her own sanctions as need be. She's not going to wait for the prosecutors to do it. If Trump loses his mind and sends people after Cohen or trashes and intimidates the witness, we might see our first ex-president that's going to be behind prison bars or at least jail bars, incarcerated for some short period of time to get the message across, and a fine. Certainly a fine, and could very well be incarceration. Again, it would be a really short time. It might even be under house arrest, and it may even be, no social media for 72 hours. Give us your phone, you naughty child. But it's going to be something, and he's just going to have an absolute tantrum over it because he's a big man baby. All right. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you found it insightful and maybe entertaining. Thank you for feeding the YouTube algorithm beast so that my videos make it out to new viewers. To those new viewers, welcome to the channel. I hope you found this reading insightful, and I hope to catch you on the next one. Take care.